Hey everyone, it's me. Today, we need to talk about a crisis shaking the heart of America, Detroit. 8 major Asian automakers are leaving, taking 42,000 jobs with them. This isn't just about numbers, it's about families, communities, and the American dream. Trade disputes, new EV tariffs, and shifting global strategies have rewritten the rules overnight. Detroit's decades of progress are at risk, and the shockwaves are hitting every corner of the country. Let's break down what's happening, why, and what it means for all of us. Let's start with Toyota, the first domino to fall. For decades, Toyota wasn't just another car company in America, it was a symbol of stability, innovation, and opportunity. Its factories were woven into the fabric of entire communities, providing not just jobs, but a sense of pride and purpose. Their factories in Kentucky, Indiana, and Texas weren't just buildings, they were the lifeblood of towns. Local diners, schools, and even hospitals thrived because of the steady paychecks from Toyota employees. Generations of families worked under those roofs, building not just cars, but futures. When Toyota left, thousands lost jobs, and entire supply chains collapsed. The shockwaves rippled outward, hitting not just the workers on the line, but everyone from janitors to cafeteria staff, and even the local coffee shop owners who served them every morning. For every job in a Toyota plant, 4 or 5 more depended on it. Local suppliers, trucking companies, and small businesses suddenly found themselves without customers, forcing many to shut their doors for good. The ripple effect was massive. Suppliers, engineers, designers all hit hard. Highly skilled workers who once drove innovation were left scrambling for new opportunities, often having to leave their hometowns behind. Toyota's exit signaled that America was no longer a stable market. Investors grew wary, and other companies began to question their own futures in the region. The sense of uncertainty spread far beyond the auto industry. It left a void, not just in jobs, but in innovation and competition. Research labs and design centers, once buzzing with new ideas, fell silent. The loss wasn't just economic, it was a blow to America's reputation as a leader in automotive excellence. The empty factories stand as stark reminders of how quickly things can change. Once symbols of progress, they now echo with the memories of what was lost and the uncertainty of what comes next. This was just the beginning. The Toyota tremor would soon send shockwaves through the entire American manufacturing landscape, changing the future in ways no one could have predicted. Next came Honda, a brand built on trust and reliability. For decades, Honda wasn't just another automaker, it was a symbol of consistency, quality, and innovation. Families across America grew up with Hondas in their driveways, and the company's reputation for building dependable cars made it a household name. Their Ohio, Alabama, and Indiana plants were pillars of local economies. These factories didn't just provide jobs, they became the beating heart of entire towns, supporting thousands of families and small businesses. Generations worked there, building lives and futures. Grandparents, parents, and children all found purpose and stability under Honda's roof, passing down not just skills but a sense of pride in their work. Honda's exit wasn't just economic, it was personal, a heartbreak for entire communities. The closure sent shockwaves through neighborhoods, leaving people grappling with uncertainty and loss. Their departure raised a chilling question: if Honda can't make it here, who can? The sight of empty showrooms and shuttered gates became a stark reminder of how quickly stability can vanish. Local businesses, schools, and real estate all suffered. Restaurants lost their regulars, schools saw enrollment drop, and families were forced to move, leaving behind homes and memories. The loss went beyond jobs. It was the end of a partnership. For years, Honda and American workers collaborated, blending cultures and expertise to create something greater than the sum of its parts, and a blow to American manufacturing pride. Trade disputes and global competition had already put pressure on the industry, but this felt like a turning point. The rise of electric vehicles and ongoing trade disputes created a perfect storm. Honda, like many others, faced impossible choices as the industry rapidly evolved. Honda's careful planning couldn't overcome the risks. Even with years of preparation and adaptation, the challenges proved too great to weather. The empty parking lots are a silent testament to what's been lost, a legacy of hard work, community, and hope, now left behind as the industry moves on. Then came Nissan, the nightmare that confirmed our worst fears. Their massive operations in Tennessee and Mississippi anchored entire communities. When Nissan left, it wasn't just factories that shut down, it was a complete system collapse. Small suppliers dependent on Nissan were ruined overnight. Towns that built their futures around Nissan were left adrift. Property values plummeted, businesses closed, and hope faded. The fragility of just-in-time supply chains was exposed. Nissan's exit showed how quickly loyalty and investment can vanish. The silence in places like Smyrna, Tennessee is haunting. The Hyundai hurricane hit next, devastating the South. Hyundai's Montgomery, Alabama plant was a symbol of modern manufacturing. Its closure ripped billions from the regional economy and left thousands jobless. The impact spread to logistics, tech, and advertising. Every job connected to Hyundai was at risk. The EV transition, global competition, and new tariffs forced Hyundai to retreat. Workers who thought they were part of the future were left behind. The sense of betrayal was real, lives upended in an instant. Even the newest, most advanced factories aren't safe in today's volatile market. The empty plant stands as a monument to broken promises. Kia's exit was the killing blow for the South's auto industry. For years, the company's presence in West Point, Georgia, had been a symbol of hope and renewal, a beacon for communities across the region that believed in the promise of manufacturing's return. When Kia first arrived, it brought with it not just jobs, but a sense of pride and possibility that rippled through every corner of the town. Their West Point, Georgia plant had transformed a struggling town into a thriving community. Local businesses flourished, schools saw new investment, and families who had once considered leaving found reasons to stay. The plant was more than a workplace, it was the heart of West Point's revival. Its closure erased billions in investment and shattered hope. The economic shockwaves were immediate. Small businesses shuttered, property values plummeted, and the sense of security that had taken years to build vanished almost overnight. The loss went beyond jobs. It was the end of a renaissance for the region. Generations who had finally seen opportunity return to their hometowns now faced an uncertain future, and the optimism that once filled the air was replaced by anxiety and doubt. Kia's departure proved that even success stories aren't safe. No matter how hard a community works, or how much it invests in its own future, global forces can sweep it all away in an instant. The psychological impact was deep, trust in long-term investment was destroyed. Local leaders struggled to reassure residents, but the sense of betrayal lingered. People questioned whether any company could truly be counted on to stay. Communities that did everything right still lost. They offered tax breaks, built infrastructure, and trained workers, only to watch it all unravel. The pain was personal, and the scars would last for years. The crisis was now systemic, not isolated. Across the country, towns that had pinned their hopes on manufacturing were left reeling, as plant closures became the new normal and uncertainty spread. The dream of a revitalized, diverse American auto industry was dead. The vision of a future where American towns thrived on innovation and hard work faded, replaced by empty lots and broken promises. The empty Kia factory is a tombstone for that dream, a stark reminder of what was lost and a warning for communities everywhere about the fragility of hope in the face of global change. Subaru's shutdown hit its loyal community hard. Their Indiana plant wasn't the biggest, but its closure devastated workers and owners alike. Family-owned dealerships built on Subaru's promise faced ruin. Service networks collapsed, leaving millions of owners stranded. The value of every Subaru plummeted overnight. Even a plant known for quality and dedication wasn't safe from global pressures. The Subaru story shows this crisis reaches every level, from factory floor to family business. The entire automotive ecosystem is eroding. Mazda's meltdown was a blow to innovation and collaboration. Their new Alabama plant, a joint venture with Toyota, was supposed to be the future. Its sudden closure ruined suppliers who had invested everything. Smaller players like Mazda couldn't survive the market shifts and EV costs. States that bet big on auto manufacturing were left with empty promises and empty factories. The Mazda meltdown is a warning about the risks of modern manufacturing. Even the best plans can evaporate overnight. The empty plant is a tragic symbol of wasted potential. Mitsubishi's quiet exit was the final nail in the coffin. Their struggles were known, but their departure marked the end of an era. 8 major brands gone, a full-blown exodus. The American market became less competitive with higher prices and fewer choices. The abandoned Illinois plant became a symbol of long-term damage. Trade policies and tariffs made the math impossible for Mitsubishi. Their exit shows how interconnected and fragile the industry has become. Policy decisions can have devastating, far-reaching consequences. The stage is empty. What comes next? So here we are, at the end of a devastating story. 8 automakers gone, 42,000 jobs lost, and communities shattered. This is more than a downturn, it's a crisis for American manufacturing. The world isn't waiting for us. Other countries are racing ahead in EVs and manufacturing. We need solutions, and we need them now. The road ahead is uncertain, and the old maps are useless. The future of American manufacturing, and our national identity, hangs in the balance. What do we do now? That's the question we all have to answer together.